guys, hello, welcome back all of you to my YouTube channel. This is Shruti. आज मैं अपनी पहली सोलो ट्रिप पे ले जाने वाली हूँ, दैट टू तिरुपति बालाजी. This trip was not just a trip. It was years and years of waiting, of wishing, of just hoping that one day I'll go. When I was in 5th standard, so this must be around 2012, my mom told me something that was just stayed with me. She said that our great-grandfather was the first person in our entire family to visit Tirupati Balaji, like more than 35 years ago. And I remember I was just a kid back then. But something about that just hits different. I don't know why. Maybe it was just the way she said. Maybe because it was way her eyes looked when she talked about it. From that day, I had one wish, just one, to go there, to stand there, to do the darshan. And you know what they say? कहते हैं जब उनका बुलावा होता है तभी जाना हो पाता है. You go when he calls you, not before, not on your schedule, when he decides. So after so many years, the call finally came. There was no plan, like zero. No complete booking, no fixed itinerary, no group, just me, my bag, and this feeling in my gut that said, Jana hai to jana hai. I booked the general ticket. Yes, general. Don't come for me, okay? It was pure faith. And honestly, sometimes faith is the only booking you need. So the journey started from Bhopal station. My train was the Kerala Express. And if you are planning to go to Tirupati from Bhopal, this is literally the only direct train. One train in 24 hours. And on non-weekend days, that is your window. The timing was like 5:25 a.m. from Bhopal. Yes, 5 in the morning, which means I was up way before that. Dragging my bag, half asleep, full of excitement. It was a vibe, trust me. And then the train started moving, and I just sat there by the window, watching everything passes by. And it hit me. This is actually happening. After all these years, this is actually happening. The Kerala Express takes around 24 hours to reach Tirupati. You reach at 4:35 a.m. the next morning. So it's just basically a whole day on the train. Long journey, yes. But honestly, I didn't mind. I was just at peace. Whole journey I was thinking about what it's going to be like, what it's going to feel like when I finally get there. So a few hours into the journey, things settled into this comfortable rhythm. People around me were eating, sleeping, some were just staring out of the window like I was. I remember this like one uncle across from me who kept asking where I was traveling alone to. And when I said Tirupati, like his whole face started light up. Like he said, अकेली जा रही हो बेटा, साथ में किसी को लेके जाना चाहिए था. That line just stick like with me for the rest of the journey. Night fell somewhere around dinner time, and the train just had this whole different journey and energy. Light dim, people setting up their bus, that typical train, like chai wala shouting, chai, chai, chai. Like every 20 minutes, I didn't sleep much, honestly. I keep waking up and checking how many hours were left, looking out at the stations passing by. Random names I had never ever heard of, little towns like light up in the dark. Somewhere around like 2 to 3 a.m. The train crossed into the Andhra Pradesh, and you could have just feel the shift. The language on the station board changed. The air felt different. Even the way people spoke around me changed, and that's when it really hit me. I'm getting closer. After all years, I'm actually getting closer. So basically at 4:35 a.m. I reached Tirupati station, which is dark outside, like slightly cool, very different vibe from Bhopal. And I was standing there with my bag thinking, okay, now what? The house not really doing anything, just thinking about this conversation with my mom all those years ago. Thinking about my great-grandfather making this same journey decades before me, probably with my less comfort than I had. It's strange like how train can make you feel so reflective. After that, I found my way to the hotel. It was a short walk, nothing fancy, like just a simple little place where I booked last minute. Walked in half asleep, dragging my bag, and the guy at the reception just smiled like I had seen 100 solo travelers walking in looking exactly like me at 5 a.m. I opened the door to this small, simple room, like nothing luxurious, just a bed, a window, a tiny bathroom. But honestly, in that moment, it felt like the most comfortable place in the world. I remember like just dropping my bag and standing there for a second looking around. There was this one window with a tiny curtain and I pulled it back a little, just starting to get visible as the sky was turning the early morning. I just stood there for a bit, not even thinking about anything specific, just about my own self. There was nothing special about the room itself, really, but the fact that I had finally made it there. That I was sitting in the hotel room in Tirupati after years of just dreaming about it. That part felt special. I just sat on the edge of the bed for a minute, didn't even unpack properly, and then went to freshen up. And मैं अभी recently तिरुपति पहुंची हूँ. It's morning 5:25 a.m. and I just completed my check-in in the hotel room which I have booked previously before coming here throughout the Agoda application. I received this room in quite cheapest price, which is comfortable, affordable, and even as I can see, room is quite well as well. So yeah, there is not any issue I faced till now since I reached here. Everyone was quite pleasant. Everyone was behaved very calmly, naturally good. I literally like the people here, and now since I am here, I will gonna take the rest for some time. First temple I will gonna go today itself, which is Padmavati Ammavari temple. I want to cover both of the temple today itself by the given timeline because room check-in was completed only for the 24 hours. So I have this room for the 24 hours. If possible, I will gonna extend here tomorrow as well because as I need to visit Tirumala, Tirupati temple as well. So yeah, let's see how long this journey will going to be. So मैं finally started to freshen up हो चुकी हूँ and now it's my time to sleep because मैं जितना time पे travel करके आई हूँ max for the 24 hours, I guess more than 24 hours. I was unable to receive any single sleep, not even for 1 hour I slept. Okay, so now it's time for me to sleep for a while. Then after that, I will gonna leave for Padmavati Ammavari temple, which is quite famous here. And even there is a thing that mostly people call that if you are coming for Tirupati Darshan, so Tirupati Darshan is not like it's kind of not fulfilled until and unless you completed the darshan of Padmavati Ammavari temple. Then after only your full darshan they expand. So yeah, right now I am so tired and now I need to sleep or else I will gonna look like a zombie. Look, already I'm looking right now. I'm all ready and full freshen up. I've taken the shower. I have completed my freshen up procedure. Right now I'm completing my skincare. Ooh. So after getting ready, my first stop was Padmavati Ammavari temple. Well, it is said that your darshan of Swami of Balaji is incomplete until you first take the blessing of Amma. Padmavati Ammavari is considered the consort of Lord Venkateshwara, and going to Tirupati without visiting her first is just not done. At least that is what the belief is, and I completely respected that. The temple is in town area, it's not far, and the moment I entered, like something just felt right. Before entering for darshan, you need to submit your mobile phones at the mobile counter outside. Like they give you a token, and you need to keep it safe, and then we can go inside. No phone inside was allowed, and honestly, good. Some moments you just need to be present for. The darshan took somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour, and it's depend on the crowd inside as well. Prasad is also distributed, so you came out with blessing and prasad, which is the best combination ever. collected my phone from the counter, walked out, and I remember just standing there for a second, quite happy. Then I headed back to the hotel, freshen up again, ate something, and I knew same day I had to leave for Tirumala. Finally, I came back after completing my darshan in Ammavari temple. So basically, the crowd was kind of normal, and there are two, three types of darshan they were holding. First one is the free darshan for all the people. Second one is 200 rupees token darshan, and there is also some kind of 50 rupees darshan as well. So basically, I went for the free darshan because I thought maybe today is a non-crowded day, so might be a little early. I can get the access to visit inside, but somehow it is not possible. After submitting my mobile phones at the submitting counter, I went inside and I wait till around maximum 45 to 1 hour approx. After completing, after waiting the outside of the temple, they allow us to go inside. I completed my darshan in a very good way, and literally the peacefulness I am feeling right now. This is incredible. This is the very first time I got this opportunity to come here in Tirupati, and the first temple I visited today, which is Mavari temple, and one of even I asked one of their auntie to put gajra in my hair. Just look at this. Oh my god, what is amazing fragrance I am getting from it. And one auntie I met there, she came from Bangalore, and she even helped me, she guided me a little bit, and even she insisting me that due to the huge crowd you should keep your belongings with you in a very space. So now I was going toward Tirumala. Well, it is a quick context for anyone who doesn't know the difference. So, Tirupati is the town at the base, and Tirumala is where the actual temple of Lord Venkateshwara, like Tirupati Balaji, is located. It's up in the hill. So, it's getting to the main temple means going up. And from that, you have a few options, like you can take any AC bus, non AC bus, a personal cab. AC buses are around 110 rupees and take about an hour to reach Tirumala. That is what I took. Comfortable, easy, worth it. Now in between there is a checkpoint in checkpost where every passenger luggage goes through a check. It's standard, like don't panic, they are just through but quick. And once you cross that, the road goes up through these beautiful ghats, winding roads, trees on both sides, and slowly you start feeling like you are entering a different world. When we finally reached the top Tirumala, I just looked around and took a breath. Well, everywhere was just feel so calm. My first stop was at Kalyan Kanta, the place where hair donation happens. So after Kalyan Katta, I made my way to the CRO office. That is a like reception office where you go if you want to get the TTD accommodation, like basically government rooms, which is clean, basic, and incredibly affordable for every person. But there is a rule: any single person cannot be get this accommodation. Only a person, like in a like in a two person, any couple, any family member, they are eligible to get this accommodation. And there are some guidelines as well for this. I reached there, started waiting, and I waited and waited like till about 3 a.m. I got into the line and they gave me out the receipt for room stay somewhere around 6 a.m. in the morning. The line was longer than I expected, but as it was there on a non weekend day, so it could have been so much worse. Around 8 a.m., the token details shared reflected on the screen, and that's when you go to the counter, like check your room status. Your booking details get sent to your registered contact number. You can also search for the room details on the map. They have it available, so we can find easily without getting lost. So first we need to head toward the ANC office to pay the cost of the room, which is 550, in which 500 is a security deposit, and at the time of checkout you can get the 500 rupees back. So after collecting the keys, I went toward the given room. So मैं यहाँ पे फटाफट से रेडी हो चुकी हूँ अब, और now I'm leaving for the main darshan, which is Tirupati darshan. So let's go. I am not going to lie to you guys. The line was long, like really long. Even on a non-weekend day, there were so many people. But compared to what weekends apparently look like, this was totally manageable. The system is organized, the queue was structured, and the staff is actually pretty helpful. Like we can submit our mobile phones at the counter again before entering, and the same as Padmavati temple. We can get our token and we can keep it safe. The moment I crossed the main entrance, it was like stepping into a completely different world. These were soft human dreams. So now inside the waiting hall, my waiting hours were around 10 hours, which is sound like a lot. And trust me, it is, but TTD has actually made the whole wedding experience fairly manageable. Like inside the queue complex, there are counters where you can get food and beverages. So you are not just sitting there starving the whole time. They just have provide the basic stuff like rice, tea, water, as per like simple and affordable, and honestly exactly what you need when you are sitting for hours. Because I have gone to the Sarvadarshan, so after collecting the Sarvadarshan ticket, I went inside, and it took me around 10 hours to wait in the hall. And honestly, I was okay. I really was, because I was so close after getting all these years. And by the night timing 2:30 a.m., my final darshan got completed. The journey back home was quite like almost the opposite energy of going there. No nervousness, no waiting, just the calm, settling feeling sitting with me the entire way. So that is how I just got completed my Sarva Darshan at Tirupati. And I hope you guys like this video. And if you like, please like, comment, subscribe my YouTube channel. And if you have any experience, do share with me.